Today is a new opportunity to accomplish your incredible. So let's wake up each day with a fresh mindset necessary for you to win. I welcome you to Rise and Shine. Morning motivation for the girl boss with author, speaker, and founder of the Prestige Society, Nicole Doss. Let's jumpstart your morning now. Hey, everyone. This is your girl, Nicole Doss, and welcome to Rise and Shine. We have another awesome opportunity to live our life in purpose. We have another awesome opportunity to be able to run our business anchored in our purpose. And we have another opportunity to bless our clients and customers with our God ideas and bless them with an opportunity to move forward in whatever journey it is that our businesses are helping them to be able to accomplish, whether it's from hair, whether it's makeup, whether it's clothes for image purposes, or whether it's coaching and helping them move forward out of being stuck and wherever it is in their lives. So guys, listen, it's Friday, and Friday I love to have really fun topics because we worked so hard all week. Why not have a fun topic? So I'm going to make this quick before the little one gets up and starts crying on the podcast. And although little Taylor has become a little bit part of the Prestige brand, we don't need her to interrupt all of our fun. So I'll be very quick. Today's word is brag. That's right, B-R-A-G, brag. It's something that is seen as being cocky. It's something that is seen as not being humble. So here's the thing. I believe that it is absolutely important for us to be confident and humble at the same time. Humility is the one that one thing that keeps you anchored to your purpose, allows you to be open to feedback about how you can improve, and really kind of checks your attitude at the door when you have to remember that your business is in place to bless others, not just to serve a vehicle as a stream of income for you. So, and I'm not saying that it's not to stream an income because I talk fast. I'm saying it's not only there for you. It's really for you to be able to bless others. The income piece, what comes as a result of you being able to think of others and bless others. And that's why you have the ups and the downs of you being an entrepreneur. That's why sometimes you're making some great money and sometimes you're not. It's that those checks and balances that really keep you grounded that's important, right? And that's a whole nother conversation for another day. So if you get it, great, let's move on. If you don't, we'll talk about it later so that you can. So why am I saying brag? It's because, at some point we get to this space where we may not feel very confident about what it is that we do with our brands. At some point we may feel like we're not enough, or that we're not valuable enough, or we're not accredited enough, or whatever the case may be, in order for us to be very successful in our brands. And so bragging is going to be the exercise that you do today that's going to remind you just how dope you are, how awesome you are, how qualified you are, and how you have been growing this entire time, and you don't even realize it because you're so busy looking at the end game. And the end game is that final level of success where you're like, this is it. Like, this is when I know I've made it. Like, this is when I'm going to be like, Mama, I made it, right? And when you get to that point of, oh my gosh, this is where I've made it, you completely negate all the things you've done along the way. So I'm going to share with you kind of what happened to me yesterday and why I'm having this whole conversation around bragging. So there is a wonderful founder by the name of Courtney Adeleye, and I do apologize because when I did the video, because I was quickly looking at the tag, and I remember when her tag used to be, Instagram handle used to be Courtney Natural Hair, and now that it's her first and last name, I thought it was her first and middle name for some reason. So because I just skim things, I literally thought it was Courtney Adele. So literally on the video I did, and when I'm about to do the video I'm about to tell you about, I literally was calling her Courtney Adele. So I am so sorry for that. If anyone knows Courtney, please tell her no disrespect. I would never want to disrespect her, but I called her the wrong name, and I'm so embarrassed. So Courtney Adeleye, and I hope that's how you say the last name, is the founder of The Mane Choice. So a lot of you know her for her metabolism pills, for a lot of her different hair products, like her awesome detangling conditioners. But what she was doing, or what was brought to my attention yesterday, was that she did a video. And it was like completely raw, just on her phone, just her kind of being funny and talking about how, she has no clue how she like does it. Like, yet again, how in the world does she do this again? Like, how in the world does she do this thing where she just keeps creating dope products after dope products, and every time she creates another dope product, she completely outdoes herself. Like, she outdoes herself every single time. And she's like, I don't know how I do it. And so the video was really funny, and it was not uplifting, but a very just up-spirited kind of energy. And it made you kind of laugh with her, because she doesn't normally kind of show up in this light. And so the fact that she can like give herself praise, I thought was awesome, because I remember when she went from doing waist length challenges to creating her own conditioners in her kitchen, to then moving into a space of having the main choice. And in doing that, what I thought was really cool was that she just gave a moment to pat herself on the back. And someone noticed that and decided to do a video as well. And that someone is Samantha Bunting of Perimeter Productions, someone who I've worked with, and I absolutely love her spirit. And what I notice about Samantha is that she notices other spirits as well that are just positive and radiate just this positive vibration, if you will. And what's interesting is that when she talked about the video and then did her own about her making these really dope videos, and I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to do it too, because she invited a whole slew of bosses to do a video, like their version of the video too. And, Samantha said, although it's great for us, we must remain humble, and humility is something that she sees as being positive, which I do too. Sometimes we just have to brag about, how awesome we are, because we tend to forget. And I'm like, you know what? She is so right. And a lot of people were uncomfortable with the challenge. Was like, nope, I'm going to sit right here and mind my business, and y'all go ahead and you do this bragging challenge. So I was just like, well, I think it's fun. I think people who know it's all in kind heart, or in kind gesture. And if there's an explanation around what you're doing, it kind of like just makes it even more fun, and people get it's a challenge. So I explained in the first video why I really enjoyed watching Courtney do this really organic type of marketing through storytelling. Like, I always talk about her whenever I do marketing classes. And what I share is that a lot of times we try to wait until we have the finished product. But one of the things that Courtney did is that she gained trust and respect among her tribe way before she had a product. And it was because she was passionate about growing natural hair. And she was passionate because when she had relaxers, her hair probably came to about the nape of her neck. Once she started going natural, she was able to grow her hair waist length. And so she was really passionate. She wanted to help people grow their hair. And I followed her as a trusted resource, not knowing there was going to be a product to come. I don't know if she knew there was a product to come, because so many times these awesome opportunities kind of just appear as you're just kind of working your purpose. So what was really cool is that I did the challenge. And as I was doing the challenge, it was during a time where I just was kind of in my feelings, right? Woe is me. I wasn't feeling like I was good enough to help the women of prestige. And yes, that is true. Like, when I shared this with my members, they're like, what? No. But it's true. So I didn't feel like I was good enough for prestige. I was starting to ask, why I was taking on certain particular tasks in my life outside of prestige. I didn't feel qualified enough. I didn't feel like I had the proper credentials to do certain things. And I really was just in my bag, like all in my feelings. Like, why am I stepping out into this space? And then I started having interactions with people who kind of made me feel like I wasn't good enough. And so I received an email that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I started to have, conversations where it made me second guess myself. And so, and that's what the enemy will do. The enemy will create a false narrative that will be substantiated through a series of experiences or exchanges or interactions that you've had, and say, see, I told you that you weren't good enough, smart enough, wise enough, whatever that thing is that you feel you need to be in order for you to walk into your purpose. And so I was starting to get like really in my feelings. And when I did this particular challenge, it reminded me that no, you are like you're in where you are, where you're supposed to be. You are great for all that you pour into your listeners, your members, your clients, your followers. Like you are great because you put their need first as far as what they need in order to build their business. It's not just about me. I will come on live looking crazy and busted. I don't care. I feel like if you need gems, you're going to get these gems. I may not have a full face makeup on. I don't care. If you need these gems, you're going to get these gems. And so that's kind of how I operate. And so I had to remind myself in all my woe is me party, pity party of one, that, no, Nicole, you kind of awesome. And what did it for me was that, the way I did the particular challenge, it's called the Brag Challenge, Courtney's Brag Challenge. You list all the things that you do and why you're so dope. And I literally and what Courtney, and I'll give you the formula, and what Courtney does in this is that she breaks down why, like the product she does, how she outdoes herself every time, where you can, like why it's great for you, so why it's going to solve this problem that you have, and where you can get it, all while being kind of like, funny and talking about how she's so dope and how she just has no clue how she does this every time. So I started to grab every publication I've ever made, and I'm actually missing one, but I had 1, 2, 3, 4 publications in my hand. I had Rock Your Life, I had the Prestige Boss Life planner. I had the Creatives Planner, which is the content planner for bosses who knows content is king. And then I only had the Tribe workbook. I didn't have the Tribe book because it's currently with the editor, and we're currently getting that all finished up now. So literally, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I would have had the other one, it would have been 5 publications I would have had in my hand, on top of our coaching services, our membership services, and everything that we provide from workshops and challenges. And when I started to say, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how every time I create another product, another challenge, another workshop, another solution, I outdo myself every single time. And it was like, oh my goodness, like, you didn't even think about that. That's crazy. You, like, as you're sitting in there in your pity party for one of all that you don't do, or all that you think you're not qualified to do, you're sitting on 5 different publications. Like, everyone can't say that they've done that, on top of all of the different solutions that you put out there. That is something that you can definitely say is to be congratulated. Like, pat yourself on the back before you go back to this pity party, for one. And I have to tell you, it completely shifted my energy. It shifted my mindset, and it made me feel, believe it or not, in bragging about all that I have done and all that I continue to do, it provided for me a feeling of humility and thankfulness, of thank you, God, for reminding me all that you have allowed me to do, because I selfishly forgot, because I'm so focused on the prize. And I don't want him to be done with me yet. I want him to continue to work on me. I want him to continue to evolve who I am. I want him to continue to bring new challenges that take me out of an expert lane and put me into a newbie lane, because that keeps me humble and open for learning something new. I just couldn't believe it. I was so thankful for that. So I challenge you today to brag. If you feel confident enough to do the Courtney Brag Challenge, please do it. Because what I forgot to mention is that this awesome woman, CEO of the Main Choice Company, saw that Samantha and I did a video like hers. And what we did is we posted an explanation of what we were doing for the challenge, our version of what Courtney did, and then the actual video of Courtney doing her brag challenge. And so she was like, oh my gosh, that so wasn't my intention. Like, how awesome is that it has caught on like this? And she posted our videos on her page. Do you understand how awesome that is? She did not have to put us on her platform. She has over 200,000 followers. She did not have to put us on her platform, but yet she did. And I was just thankful for her sharing her platform with us, because we were courageous enough to be able to just kind of do something that we saw that she did that we thought was really awesome. So with that today, I want you guys to tap into some feel-good energy, some feel-good vibrations on all that you have accomplished with your company. And I know you probably feel like you haven't accomplished a lot, but you have. And I want you to think about all that you have done. I want you to think about the growth. I want you to think about how far you've come from when you first had this idea to where you are today. And I want you to talk about how dope you are in doing all of this. We know you are humble. We know that you are grateful. We know that you are thankful for all that you have experienced. But for this moment, we want you to congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back, because you are in a moment right now where you don't realize how dope you truly are. And I just want you for one moment to just play along with the challenge so that you can tap into some positive energy. And if you don't want to post it, don't post it. But at least record yourself doing it and listen to yourself and just allow yourself to have some awesome boss energy. So here's how you're going to do it. Number one, you are going to start your video quickly, spending about 1 or 2 seconds, sharing how you just don't understand how dope you really are. You want to seem like, man, like I just don't know. I mean, like, how am I just so dope? Doesn't that feel awkward? Doesn't that almost make you want to laugh because you feel like, oh my gosh, am I really about to say that? I don't care. Do it anyway. Push past the discomfort and just go for it. Secondly, I want you to quickly list all of the things that you are doing and what you have done, and how each time that you created something new, how you've outdone yourself every single time. Okay? And so once you do that and you have outdone yourself, I then want you to tell people how it actually benefits whoever your target market is. So if it benefits your target market by you have great services, okay, talk about it. So every time you create these great services, what is it how does it benefit them? And then once you talk about how it benefits them, I want you to then move into a space where you tell them where they can get in touch with you. So your website, your Instagram handle, whatever the case may be. All right? All right, guys, have fun. Be very courageous in trying to do this brag challenge. And remember, we're doing this because it's Friday, yay, and we really, really want you to tap into some awesome feel-good energy. If you want some ideas of what I'm talking about, go to Instagram at the Prestige Society HQ, which stands for the Prestige Society Headquarters, and take a look at the brag challenge that I did. And I posted, I believe, Samantha's as well. If you go into the main choice, you'll see Samantha's and mine. Some other great people who have done it, I believe, is Socialite Body Products, and also Motivating Young Moms, which is MYM. So definitely take a look at some of those things on Instagram, kind of see what they've done to give you some ideas of how you can do it. And maybe, and just maybe, Courtney will also post yours as well. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, awesome, and most of all, blessed day. Bye.